And now, Histeria presents the Eisenhower Program with your host, General Dwight D. Eisenhower, the 45th President, John F. Kennedy, and the 37th President of the United States, Richard Milhouse Nixon.
The year 1960, the place, the White House. President Dwight D. Eisenhower begins the election of a society which was called the election of 1960.
A great American in whose symbol...
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, Dwight David Eisenhower, and welcome to the Dwight D. Eisenhower Program. Guess what? We shall talk about the election of 1960s and the piece of paper saying we are no longer enslaved by Soviet anymore, because where do we find them? We'd like to announce that we shall write down the elections because it was grateful, and most of all, we still have the elections of the 1960s. Good idea, 1960s. So that boy here is talking about the 1960s with the election. And for a reason, why should we have the election of 1960s?
We have winter storm warnings in effect for the Urals and all of western Russia. Moscow will have temperatures below zero from now till next May, so wear your mittens.
In January the 2nd, I'd announced my candidacy for the Democratic presidential nomination for the United States. On February 9th, Joanne Woodward receives the first star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. In February 18, the 1960 Winter Olympics open in Squaw Valley, Placer County, California.
He ran for the U.S. House of Representatives and lost.
On March the 5th, Elvis Presley receives his honorable discharge from the U.S. Army.
Well, bless my soul, what a fine country for the revolution so that we could be free. We pay our taxes and they take all our bucks. I'm in debt. I'm all messed up.
Bro, we were just using your new phonograph to record my new song, Hey Dude.
On April the 4th, Elvis' song Are You Lonesome Tonight was recorded for the first time. On May the 6th, I signed up to the Civil Rights Act of 1960 into the law.
I'm walking, people. I'm stopping in front of the fantastically modern headquarters of the United Nations, known simply as the UN. That's a U followed by an N.
With those in mind, I want to tell you exactly what I think of each and every one of you. Ask not what the country could do to you. On May the 10th, the nuclear submarine USS Trident, under the command of Captain Edward L. Beach Jr., completes the first underwater circumnavigation on the Earth.
There it is! That's the signal!
Follow that dome.
Yeah, like all the way to Berlin, dudes.
On May the 16th, the cruise ship demands an apology from me for U-2 spy plane fights over the Soviet Union, thus ending the 1960 Paris Summit.
Let's see what you wrote. Behold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, and that they are endowed by their Creator with certain inalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.
On June the 2nd, I have won the California Democratic primary. Isn't that wonderful? I just won the California Democratic primary.
He was elected. Scary basket.
On June the 16th, the Scary Hall of Pacifico is released directed by Alfred Hitchcock.
What are you, Meshuggah? Don't ever flush when someone's taking a shower.
Nonsense, madam. My name is not Alfred Hitchcock. My name is President Dwight David Eisenhower.
Chipola.
If you ratify the Constitution, you can look forward to a civil war between the states, a federal bureaucracy that can't even deliver the mail on time, and enough laws to make your head spin.
On June the 15th,
JFK nominated him for the president at the Democratic National Convention in Los Angeles, California. And on August the 17th, the trial of U-2 pilot Francis Gay Powers begins in Moscow. And finally, the Cuban Revolution begins on August the 6th.
And finally, it was my idea to see what it is. And now on October the 12th, John F. Kennedy speaks before the Ministerial Association of Houston, Texas, saying in part, "I believe in America where the separation of church and state is absolute." Thank you very much.
Yes! America also sent friends, something that the French people can treasure forever! A true French hero!
On October 15, JFK and Richard Nixon presidential debate takes its place. On October 14, the U.S. presidential candidate John F. Kennedy first suggests the idea for the Peace Corps. And on December the 2nd, the U.S. President Dwight D. Eisenhower authorized the use of $1 million for the resettlement and Cuban refugees who have been arriving in Florida at the rate of 1,000 a week.
It looks like George Washington once said, "God bless America. Please." And in 1961, I was sworn in as the 35th President of the United States of America, for the United States, for democracy, and for freedom. And ladies and gentlemen, this is Dwight D. Eisenhower signing off. So long from General Dwight D. Eisenhower Program. Until then, I like Ike.
As you can see, it is oval in shape and devoid of any sharp corners that could possibly injure a guilt-stricken, melancholy president.
Gerald Ford!
Wipeout!